theory here. I don't teach Theory 1 this year, but I do teach Theories 2, 3, and 4, so if you don't have me next semester, there's a good chance you'll run into me at some point in time. I also teach some other higher level theory classes as well, so likely you'll have me at some point, so at least I get to say hello this semester to introduce you to the wonderful world of MacGamut.
Yay!
So your first assignment of which is due next week. I believe all the assignments have been posted on Moodle due to their due date.
It's on the syllabus.
It's on the syllabus. And you do not have class next Monday because it is Labor Day, which means the MacGamut assignment will be due on Tuesday. So make note of that. I think that's the only time that happens this entire semester. Otherwise, the rest of them are due on Monday every week after that they are due. There's 12 assignments total, so make sure to keep track throughout the summer. So to get MacGamut, you need to visit their website and order it one of two ways. So do a search for MacGamut, and we'll bring you to their homepage here. There are multiple products available on the website. You need to get MacGamut, and it is version 6. As you can see, they're not music fundamentals, so do not click on that and purchase that. You need MacGamut specifically, so you are warned. Then you can order online. You can order it two ways. You can either order it when you add it to cart. I'm not going to do that now, but when you order it, you can either do it just for download only, or you can have a installer disk sent. I know a lot of Macintosh computers now do not have disk drives, so if that is the case, don't order the disk, just download it immediately and you can use it immediately. And I think it's about $40 for each CD or download there. I want to say they have a group discount if you want to buddy up with some other folk in the classes you're in, have some friends who you know will pay you. One person, I think, if you order in groups of 5 or something like that, you get a discount on it, so it'll be like $35 or something of that nature. Once you do
Matt says one thing. They said up above it, it had like web version also.
Yeah,
that's
you can either immediately download it or you can order the disk.
Okay.
So once you do that, if you get the disk, then you can use the disk to install it. But if you're using the website, you'll either be given some download files, or you can go directly to their installers tab here, which will bring up all the other options, installers, and you will need the MacGamut 6 installers here. And so you will need to scroll down and find your appropriate device here. So Windows, XP, NT Vista 7, 8, 9, and 10 can all be downloaded here. Macintosh, OS X, and all the other types of Macintosh here to download as well. So make sure you download the appropriate file. And you may say, well, I can just download it here. What's the big deal? I can just do that and not pay and whatever. Well, what you're paying for is your own unique file that starts up the program. So if you download that, it's essentially useless for your intents and purposes. But if you ever delete it, it'll be there to reinstall if you ever have to wipe the computer or something like that. So the start file will be unique to you. It will have your name embedded in it once you register with MacGamut, and you get that special start file sent to you. So that will be sent to you separately from what this installation will complete for you. So once you download it from here and install it, then it will install a work folder in your documents, so you can open up your documents or wherever you designate it to download to, and it'll be MacGamut work folder. And open that up, and you will find your file name with the special icon for the MacGamut icon there, and that's what you will use to open the program. Don't look for anything that says MacGamut on there. You will use your file name to open up MacGamut. Yeah, and that's going to be also important. That is the same file that you will be uploading to Moodle for the assignments to get credit for that. So before we get into MacGamut, actually how to use the program, we'll go over that as well. Any questions so far about?
So if you have a disk, can you download it on multiple computers?
Yes, you can actually download it on as many computers as you like. There are no restrictions, but you have to use your own file. So you can transport your file, just email it to yourself. You can open it up on whatever computer you're on as long as it has MacGamut. The computers in the Resource Center all have MacGamut, all have the presets you need, all the libraries you need. You just need to bring your file with you through email or flash drive, something, some way, and then you can open it up on those computers and work with it on those.
Are the computers in the Resource Center for 120 and 280? The
Both,
presets?
yes.
So they make sure they do the 120.
Yeah, we'll go over the presets here.
Okay.
Just
So you get the name file once you register?
once you register, that's what you're paying for, is that file essentially, and they'll send it to you. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very small file.
Okay. Where do you go to register then?
Once you order your copy, it'll have instructions on how to register. It'll have an online form for you to fill out. So just follow that. Obviously already had to go through, so I won't do that now, but it's just like any other online registration. Just fill out the appropriate fields, and then you should receive an email with the document shortly after that. But you need to install the program first before, of course, that will work, because it is just an identification and just file, not the actual program itself. So if you don't have the program installed, that file won't work. If you don't have your file, then the program is going to be useless. So you get both components. Any other questions before we move on here? All right, so after you do your hard work throughout the week and attain the goals that are set for you in each assignment, then what you will need to do is take that file folder, or the file, not the folder, but the file itself, and post that on Moodle under the appropriate assignment tab on Moodle. And you just do that each week that it's due, because what your individual file does is it keeps track of your progress. It will report to us when we open it with our instructor copies how much time you've spent on each item, how many tries you've done for each task, how many times you've succeeded, and what levels you passed, all sorts of useful information. There it also tells us what presets you're using. Each class has its own preset, so if you're not using your own preset, or you try to devise your own preset and use that one, we'll know that you're not using the right preset. So we can see that, and there's no way to change that on there. We will always be able to see it. So go to Moodle when you've completed your assignment. Log into Moodle, and you will see a page that looks something similar. This is what my classes will look like. MacGamut assignments. Then you will click on it, and I need to change this to student view. Oh, look at that, my assignment is overdue. Shame on me. So then you will go to add submission. And you can either drag the file directly to that window, which is nice, or you can search for it using that. Mine is under, not downloads, not there, documents, the work folder, MacGamut work folder, then I would this folder. that, double click it, and then say upload, and then it would be posted to that appropriate assignment page. And that's where we will then collect them from for grading purposes. So you use that same file that you'll be using to open MacGamut to post online. And each time you post it, it'll have your new stats on there. We check it by date, so it keeps track from the very beginning what you're doing. So we just put a date restriction and see what you've been doing this last week only. So each week you're required to spend, I think, at least a minimum of 50 minutes on MacGamut, no matter how quickly you pass the levels. So it makes you practice at least 50 minutes a week of your training. And you have a minimum amount of levels that you need to pass as well. So if you practice for 50 minutes but haven't passed all the levels yet, then you need to spend more time practicing and getting past those levels there. So any questions about uploading to Moodle? All right, let's take a gander at the program itself then. So go back to your work folder, find your personal file, then you will open it. It needs to think for a second. And what it's going to say is this screen, every time you open it, it says, these are your current presets. Are these okay? And for your class, they are not okay as is. It will have the original presets, and there's sets of libraries that go along with each of them. So what you need to do then to get the correct presets is to go to Moodle, and you will there find the presets you need. So, I guess I have to upload it now that I've got that file. Okay. So on your Moodle page for your class, there should be, I don't know if you made a separate tab for all the Moodle or if it's at the top of the page with the syllabus, things of that nature. There will be a file for your class numbers, so Music 120 and the appropriate semester, so fall 15, and it should say preset 1, and that is what you will want to download. It doesn't seem like this
I put that up on my
doing.
class, let's see.
So you'll be able to download it, as well as 3 different files for the libraries that it will run off of. So you'll have a melody library, a rhythm library, and a chord progression library that you'll need to download as well. So there are 4 different files that you'll need to download from Moodle. The preset, which takes care of all the parameters and gets your levels and orders that you need to complete. And then all of the libraries that will be required to run the program using that preset. And it doesn't look like this is good. There we go. So this is not the right class, but for Theory 3, I just put them along with the syllabus. So here is an example of the preset that they're using. There's the melody library, rhythm library, and progression library. So just download all 4 of them. You will be asked to link them all together once you open the program. So when you open the program, we'll go back to that. The original presets come stock, so you need to change the preset. And wherever you downloaded it off of Moodle, you need to go find it there. I have mine in a folder for semester. So here's where I downloaded the preset on my computer. You can just download it directly to your desktop and leave it there, or I recommend just download it and put it in your work folder so you have all your MacGamut files in one handy spot. I believe on Macs it has a couple different locations. It might have things, so you might have to do a search to figure out where exactly everything is. But once you find it, you can just do a search for preset